So check it out. Paint shop's been busy again, and this one is really quite unique. It's a Southern Pacific, I guess they call it the Bloody Nose scheme. It's a Mark C7. It's a long pilot. The long pilot was only made 1 year. It was made the first year, and then Mark shortened the pilot to better accommodate a coupler. But the long pilots were certainly the nicer looking ones, and this one in particular someone sent to me, and the back end of it was trash. So I cut the cab off just behind the door, and I found a good shell. They had a bad cab, and I cut the cab off that and used Plastruct to mate the two pieces together, and so made myself a nice shell. I also, what's unique about this one is Marx put the number boards usually on the side, but I used that other cab, and then I cut the number boards off and put them on the front in the proper position for the Southern Pacific in that, I guess, Bloody Nose, Black Widow, or not Black Widow, but similar to it, scheme. And so it gave a kind of a really neat look. I also have a dummy A unit that I'm working on. So this one will have a AA, and I may even paint a B unit. That wouldn't be very hard. Southern Pacific didn't do a whole lot to their B units to dress them up. But we also have some clear plastic in the windshields, and of course I made the decals, and the lettering is micro scale. It's HO scale, which works well a lot of times with the E7s anyway. So it's a Roman font, which is what the Southern Pacific used. And then I have a Southern Pacific B unit that I'd painted in a different the different scheme, the red and white, the 6000 scheme. And I've got some K-line Golden State cars. Of course, the Golden State was a joint venture between Southern Pacific and Rock Island. So we're going to take it for a spin. You can check it out. Of course, I got two 19-volt LEDs. Again, I drilled out the Mars light, and so we got a blinker at the top to kind of imitate a strobe light. So here we go. Alright, runs smooth. It's got the power pull motor in it. That's the one with the large weight and the traction tires. Also, something a little different that I did this time, to paint the handrails, I used a Sharpie paint pen, a white one, and I had a nice pair of magnifying glasses that my daughter bought me, and so I was able to just carefully paint those lines really nice and straight. And I also painted the lines on the front too, the front grab irons. So thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this build as much as I do. I think it turned out beautiful. Oh, one more thing I did, might as well add, is I used a black Sharpie to blacken in the upper grills, which I like to do. They obviously running, they would get dirty. So thanks again for watching. God bless. Take care and never forget, Jesus is Lord.